Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham head up north to take on Stockport County this Tuesday night. It's the first time we've played Stockport County this season. It's the last team we've yet to play, surprisingly, and it's March already, thanks to those postponements earlier on in the season. I'm going to be your host, Reece, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by on this German Gills Light show. If you want to follow our socials, you can do on Deutsche Gills on Twitter, and on Instagram is German Gills. If you'd like to be part of our Gills fan zone, you could do so by using our WhatsApp link in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is also in the description. 2 people have generously donated to the channel. Thank you very much, Kay, for donating 5 beers. And she says, up the Gills, great commentary and great support. Thank you very much, Kay, much appreciated. And also 12 beers from Isaac Newell's statue. You know who you are. And he really enjoyed me wearing my Newell's Old Boy shirt in our last episode on Saturday against Harrogate. And he says, looking forward to seeing the Newell's Old Boy shirt again. Gills since October 25th, 1975. Newell's since 2002. I think he's referring to when he supported those 2 clubs. Thank you very much for your continued support of the channel, guys, and thank you very much for donating. Kirrien is heading to Stockport tonight, so let's hear what he has to say about tonight's game.
Good evening, Gills fans, and today is the final of our 2-legged Northwest away tour at Stockport County. And before I get into today's game, I just want to quickly reflect on the Harrogate game. I feel like I was very critical of a 0-0 draw, and yes, in my opinion, it hasn't changed. Harrogate were poor, Gillingham were poor, and the refereeing was awful, but on reflection, a point is better than no points in a game that could have gone either way. So I'm still going to remain with my critique of the players and of the teams and of the officiating, but overall I'll take a point. So on to tonight's game, we've got promotion chasing Stockport County in a game that is going to be extremely hard for us. I'm optimistic of a 0-0 draw, but hopefully we can just sneak one in. Stockport have been playing very well of late. Them being in 7th position proves that. So we are going to struggle tonight, but let's hope that tonight under the floodlights at Edgeley Park we have a little bit of luck and we can sneak one in, but I'm going to say 0-0.
And of course, it wouldn't be an episode now without Luke teaching. He's going to give his Luke's 11 for our game tonight against Stockport County.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. Another Tuesday under the lights sees the Gills travel to Stockport, a side where they have the luxuries of a top 3 budget and who find themselves currently 7th in the league with serious aspirations of promotion. In addition, we're also travelling to a side who currently sit 3rd in the form table over the last 6 games. After reflecting on the draw on the road to Harrogate on Saturday, it was clear that we were missing that injection of pace from an injured Dom Jeffries, or alternatively, an exciting ball into the box from a fit starting Alex McDonald. I'm not sure we'll see Dom returning to the squad or the starting 11 tonight. However, I feel there could be a change in formation and personnel for tonight's game. So let's get to it. Glenn Morris, who I have to congratulate on his Player of the Week last week. I feel we could see a change at the back, and I think he'll go with 3 centre-backs, which will include Will Wright, Max Amer and Conor Masterson. It seems to me over the last few weeks we're definitely missing that pace on the wings and any type of width to our play. Arguably, Che Alexander and David Tatunda are much better in the final third than what they are at defending, so I could see them pushing on and being deployed as wing-backs tonight. And then again, I've got to congratulate David on getting to the team of the week last week as well. In midfield, I see this consisting of Sean Williams, Timmy Deang, with George Lapsley sitting in front of Oliver Hawkins and Tim Nichols. I'm going to be honest, I can't really look past more than a Stockport win tonight. However, I am going to try and be more optimistic and go for a 0-0 draw. Loss gets Gills.
Let's head over to Edgeley Park for today's live match reaction. Los Gates Gills. So we're about to get underway here at Edgeley Park, and it's going to be a tough one. And a couple of people have contacted Gills using the WhatsApp. Daniel's pretty much outlining saying it's going to be a tough one tonight, but it's no foregone conclusion, and that Gills could still get something from this. Gills have got nothing to lose, essentially. And Steve is actually going quite positive. He's going for a 2-1 win with Nichols and Jeffries on the score sheet. But Jackson is also saying for a 2-0 win with Lapsy and Bryan scoring. But his dad is going to take the 0-0 all day long. So let's see if Gills can just get something from this game. Stockport with the free kick on this left-hand side, looking to ping this one straight into the box. It's gone right to the edge, and Gills have managed to clear their lines defensively. Nichols got the ball, and it should be cleared by the Gills. And then eventually back to the Stockport goalkeeper. I just want to say while this is ongoing that for the basically 25 minutes, Stockport have had the majority of the possession. I think it's about 71% or so. But I have to say every ball that's gone forward pretty much for Stockport, Gillingham have seemed to have dealt with pretty well with headers from the back two or back three. And but Gills really haven't offered much going forward. We're just making it very hard for Stockport to break us down and making them earn their attacks, if you like. And at the moment, Gills are holding pretty strong. And as you can see, Stockport having to constantly go back to square one to find a way to break us down. But this has been what it's like for the last 25 minutes. And more of it for me, because if Gills can walk off the pitch with a clean sheet, it looks like they'll get a point at least. Anyway, let's hope this kind of defensive prowess continues on for at least the rest of the game. Stockport got the ball on the left-hand side, looking to find a way in the box. We're about to hit the half-hour mark as Gills are holding pretty tight at the moment on this left-hand side as Stockport trying to find a way through. And Chea's understanding very strong, but this time he's been let through, and Stockport got a great chance. It goes across the face, a goal, and it's just about gathered by Glenn Morris. It's the first real heart-racing attack that's happened in this game so far. It comes just before the half-hour mark, and Charlie Alexander just got absolutely turned inside out here. Great little 1-2 there by Stockport, and it's a good ball into the box, and it looks like Morris makes a decent save. It looks like it's quite hard to tell from this angle. The most important thing is, though, he's got it clutched in his hands, and Stockport haven't scored, and it's still 0-0. There's a ball over the top here, and Stockport have managed to keep it in play. I have to admit, I thought that was going out for a goal kick as they look to get this ball in the box. It looks like they are going to get it through Hussey. He's flicked it forward instead, and this could be a good chance again for Stockport. Gills can't concede the penalty. Surely it's gone to the edge of the box. Take a shot from distance, and it's held by Morris. Really good work by Stockport, and Gills just about hanging on. Great header by Stockport to keep this attack alive on the right-hand side. Good little back heel. This could be dangerous. That might be a penalty. Referee's not interested. But they're looking to recycle the ball against Stockport straight back into the box. And it has gone back as a really poor piece defended by Gillingham. And Stockport in a dangerous position, looking to get the ball into the box. They've gone across the face of goal. Gills just about clear their lines, but Stockport are still keeping the attack up as they're now central. Now swinging it to the left-hand side. And Stockport again are just trying to get through via attrition and abrasion. Gillingham do clear their lines. And eventually, I hope eventually it gets cleared away, but Stockport again are still knocking on the door. The attack and the tempo is very high, and Gills are to get rid of this ball. Eventually, I hope that's going to go out for a throw-in. It's not. It's going to be kept in by Stockport. The attack is still on as it goes back into the box. Gills are to get away. It's headed toward a shot volley towards goal. Another claim for penalty, and then eventually cleared away by Gillingham. My goodness me, what a phase of attack that was. If anything, that's the longest piece of attack in play that Stockport have managed against the Gills, and we just weathered it in time to keep the score at 0-0. It's a good ball forward from Stockport. They've managed to get possession from a Tutonda header as they're looking to build on their attacks they've been making sort of the last 10 minutes. They're on this right-hand side trying to find a way for a Gillingham defence. There's a bit of space now. It's an in-swinger into the box. This could be a dangerous moment for Gills. Could be a shot on goal. It's passed back and it's just clipped the top of the bar. And Stockport nearly go ahead just before half-time through basic attrition, essentially. They keep recycling the play. It's very similar to what happened at Mansfield. And Gillingham just fallen asleep here. And it's a good little layoff here and a decent shot on goal. Morris is beat. All hands down here, and if that dips in over under the crossbar, it's definitely 1-0 Stockport. However, luckily for Gills, it clips top of the crossbar, goes into the stand, and remains 0-0. And that is half-time, and we're going to go over Kirrien, who's going to give us his half-time review of this game.
So it's half-time here at Edgeley Park, 0-0. What can I say? It's been pretty much par of the course. Stockport have dominated possession, but Gills have held their own. We're looking better than we were against Harrogate on Saturday, that's for sure. I've had a couple of opportunities, but nothing really solid. A couple of great saves from Glenn Morris to stop Stockport going ahead. 0-0 at half-time. Good, fair result so far. Hopefully we can just sneak something through in the second half. But yeah, so far, decent 0-0 performance from the Gills.
So we're about to get underway for the second half. I mean, Stockport has 71% possession that half, but you know what? It doesn't always tell the whole story. Gills did defend very well that first half. Hopefully, we can, you know, start to turn the screw a little bit in the second half. Let's see how it unfolds. Gills coming forward now. Good balls to get this into position on the left-hand side. Jeffrey's got to do something. He's got two men to support him. Dutonda as well, who's going to put it into the box. It's not a bad delivery because Gills gets on this. Abrams with the shot. And it's I think that's the first real attempt Gills have had anywhere near the goal. But it's a really nice pass to play from Gillingham. It's probably the best pass to play we've had in the game so far. Good ball in the box by Dutonda. Abrams did get something on it, albeit it didn't really go anywhere, but off for a goal kick 18 yards away from the goal line. But anyway, still good work by Gills, and I'm going to put it in the highlight reel. It's a ball forward for Stockport. If they can get this down, there's a great chance here. They're going to keep it on the left-hand side in the pitch with a little bit of momentum coming forward. There's a ball is coming from the left-hand side. It's not a bad ball in. It's a header, and it's hit the post. And I have to say, Stockport have hit the woodwork twice throughout this game. They've had one in the first half and one in the second half, and they can feel a little bit unlucky now that they haven't even managed to get one in the back of the net, I think. They have been playing very, very well, and they've had all the possession, but they just didn't to not find the back of the net yet. And again, they come close with this time a header on the 58th minute, 59th minute, but the game still remains 0-0. Stockport looking to break the Gills defence down. They've put the ball forward here. Gills got something to deal with here. It's looking pretty dangerous, and Gills have Gills have put a great block in there with Wright. Sorry, I tripped over my own tongue trying to describe that. It's quite late here, so please accept my apology for that. Great work by Stockport, and not a bad header by Aimer, but even better block by Wright. And Stretton nearly did score for Stockport there, and Gills pretty much have got that to do for the next 15 or so minutes to keep this goalless. Stockport coming forward here. Gills got to clear their lines. There's going to be a chance for Stockport. They get a little bit of space. They might look to get the shot away. It's not a bad ball into the box, and it's a decent save by Morris, and it's cleared away by Gills. Stockport nearly squirming the ball past the line. If it wasn't for a Morris reaction save, it would have been 1-0 to Stockport. It's a good ball in. It's a good ball across. A decent save by Morris, and if he just gets that wrong, it's an easy tap in for Stockport. Luckily, Gillingham were there to clear their lines. Still 0-0. And that is full time, and Gills have earned themselves an absolute worldie of a point. And I take that, and I mean that seriously as well. They have weathered the attack of Stockport for such a long time. But let's go over to Kirrien for his final assessment of this point gained at Edgeley Park against Stockport.
0-0 at full time at Edgeley Park. Second half, much better performance from the Gills. Fair result, probably a 0-0 draw. Either team could have won it towards the end. Again, another game of poor refereeing, but overall, fair reflection, result 0-0. Gills fans shouting, "We are staying up" as we were leaving. There's a real belief within the fan base now that we are going to stay up this season, and I think we're definitely going to. 0-0 against a promotion chasing team just shows how far we've come in the last 3 months, and I don't think there can be too many complaints with the fans going back to Medway tonight with a 0-0. Decent support, probably around 400 for a Tuesday night, a very cold Tuesday night up in Greater Manchester. But yeah, 0-0 draw, fantastic result, and we're staying up.